What's up guys, J Joseph here, and today we have a very special shoe that we're going to be talking about today. This is the Nike SB Nyjah Free 2 in the Summit White colorway. These bad boys right here, and they are so fresh. Check them right out. Now, before we talk about this shoe, I have two things to mention. I want to shout out Black Sheep Skate Shop out in North Carolina for allowing me to get these the day of, slightly before Nike dropped it on their site. And I wanted to make sure that you guys know that you can get them in all sizes. Nike is selling this shoe in all of its colorways in kids, boys, girls, and men. So I guess I didn't really need to say kids if I'm saying boys, girls, and men. So for anybody who is unable to get the Nyjah Frees in any sizes because of this colorway being starting at 8 or whatever, you can get these guys in all colorways, in all sizes. The only one I don't know about is the regular black and white one with the white check on it. That's the only one I'm not too sure on, but all the other colorways I've seen come out have came in literally from size 3.5 to size 13, or I think I saw one for a size 14 too. So yeah, that's what I wanted to make sure you guys knew before we hopped right into this. Let's hop right into the shoe now. The best thing about this shoe, and the first thing that stood out to me, was that this shoe, once again, was 360 degrees made of rubber, but they went on ahead and added mesh panels starting at the very front here, going all the way up to the top, almost to the heel counter area. And there's a really good reason for that. The reason why they put the mesh this low down, not only to follow the old look of the Nike Spirit on, but it's because a lot of the Nyjah Frees, as people were skating it for long periods of time, because that crease area that was here, the shoe would actually rip open in that general area from cracking and all that stuff. This shoe, because of the mesh being put right here, is going to make that nearly impossible to happen. So shouts out to Nike SB for catching that and paying attention to people skating the shoe, because I've seen it a lot and I've always been wondering, why are people's shoes ripping that general area when the rest of the shoe will almost look completely perfect? So that's the number one thing that I wanted to point out to you guys. This shoe is going to last you before this somehow rips over there in some new type of way. I don't imagine it'll rip up there anymore though. As you guys saw, the shoe is 360 degrees rubber with the mesh on the top. They added an extra layer of rubber on top of the first layer to make it extra durable. And as you see on the heel counter, there's even an extra layer on top of that. So the shoe is going to be more durable than the original Nyjah Frees. The only thing you may have to worry about is maybe this mesh ripping, depending on how you do your kick flips. I can't imagine any other trick really hitting this mesh up here. And the way the rubber is placed, I'd imagine that you won't really hit that mesh either. But just in case for anybody who does hit that mesh, that's the only thing that you'll worry about if your kick flips are hitting the grip tape like that. The another thing about this shoe, I don't really know how I feel about it just yet, but I guess I'll figure out how I feel about it when I start skating, that the lacing system is a little bit different. As you knew with the Nyjah Free, the first ones, all the laces were exposed. This time around, the very front, that front area where you would normally rip your laces, as most skaters do, is completely covered, and the very top is also completely covered from that heel flip area and then the ollie and kick flip area. But they left these two guys a little bit out here, so I'm curious if those will end up ripping or not. We're gonna see. But for my previous Nyjah Frees, I know that this shoe is a very form-fitting shoe. It sometimes starts off a little tight, but that's because the shoe is made to hug your foot and keep your foot nice and stable in there due to the sock liner on the inside. The tongue is not connected to the top of the shoe as far as it was in the Free. So now it's a little bit lower down. So it's gonna give the top of your foot a little bit more wiggle room or whatever the case may be. And I don't know how I feel about that just yet, but I do know that the tongue isn't gonna be moving off to side because it's still connected in a very vital area. So the tongue isn't gonna be flipping from this side or that side or going wherever. So that's the thing that you guys don't have to worry too much about. And the tongue is thinly padded, but that's something to expect from like a running type skate shoe. The insole is a regular Nike foam orthotic. I think it's just the Nike running shoe insole with the Nike SB logo on it. because this is a running type shoe. And the reason why I expected them to not put too much into this insole is because the sole is thicker and made to take that impact. It is running light. This is a cup sole shoe, but it does have flexibility at the toe, so that's something to look out for as well. And the auxetic design on the sole is made to expand as your foot hits the ground and contract as your foot leaves the ground. So then you have a form-fitting shoe on the sole that really reacts to how your foot is moving on the ground, on the grip tape, or in the air, however you may see it. And these auxetic design grooves are extra deep as well, slightly different from the original Nyjah Frees, but I would imagine that they're going to be more grippy because of how deeply grooved they are, and that there's not too much being takeover on the back. Of course, this side has the Nike check and the other side has the Nike SB logo on it here, so that's something to look out for as well. Another really cool thing, most people don't know about this, but if you are one person who does worry about your feet or maybe have like arch problems, anything of that nature, if you're just foot conscious, you'll realize on the inside here there's a more like soft rubber piece right here. This is made to support your arches. So this is going to move around until it finally adjusts to your arch of the foot, so you don't have to worry about putting like a different insole with arch support in there. Although if you do have like really bad arch support in most of your shoes, or if you have a seriously high arch, I would still recommend throwing an insole with arch support in there if you really want to look out for your foot. But it's softer here to really help support your arch, and it's also softer there because if you land primo in that arch area, it'll help minimize any type of damage you take to your arches, which is very important for your foot. So hats off to Nike for looking out for that, because I know they do it in their running shoes, and it's really, really cool to see them still doing it in the Nyjahs and continuing to try to do it in other skate shoes that they have without really affecting the skater. They just want you to have the best possible skating opportunities or skate ability in a cup sole shoe, and I think they hit the mark with the Nyjah 2s just like they did in the Nyjah 1s. So thank you guys for checking out this video on the Nyjah Free 2s. Like I said, it comes in all sizes. That is boys, girls, men, women, all sizes. You can find them on Nike's site. I got my pair specifically, once again, from Black Sheep in North Carolina. So if you guys want to check them out and order your pair from there, definitely go on ahead, especially if that's your local out there. But if you have a local shop, make sure you give them a shot first, help them out as a business. But if you are in the boys, girls, and like women's sizing, like the smaller sizing, I recommend that you go straight to Nike SB's site just in case, because most times shops don't get smaller sizes than a size 8 or a size 7, because it's unlikely that most shops will actually sell out through those sizes, and it is a bigger toll on the shop to purchase those sizes to not be able to sell it. So once again, this is the Nike SB Nyjah Free 2s. Thank you guys for checking the shoe out. Sorry it's so late. Once again, had issues with USPS, but we got the shoes finally. I'm gonna make sure I skate them, and I'm gonna definitely come back and tell you guys how these shoes skated, and you'll see some updates as I go on with this shoe, because I'm super interested to check these guys out. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you aren't subscribed, and share this video around, because everybody needs to know everything they can about the Nike SB Nyjah Free 2s. Thank you guys for checking out the video. Peace out.
Everybody's living like the clock don't change. Being comfortable equivalent to the same old thing. I'll be damned if I am living like there's not a better day. It's my time to go and get it. Fuck what anybody say.